Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Here we are atop of the Great Plateau Tower, and in this video, we're going to be looking for Korok Seeds, as I've already marked the map with each Korok Seed location we'll be getting in this video. And for this video, we'll be focusing on the Great Plateau and the pathway leading to the Nakuda region, as they're pretty much the first areas we explored within the game, so let's re-explore them, this time looking for its Korok Seeds. So, yeah, overall, I've been, looking forward to this, I'll be honest, but I can't imagine how difficult it will be to kind of compile these into videos without really cutting in between heading to each Korok Seed, because my goal here is to pretty much head to every single Korok Seed without fast traveling or even cutting in between. I want to show off everything, so yeah, I plan on pretty much walking to every single Korok Seed from each location, and I mean, overall that's not going to be that difficult, but it will be a little time consuming, so we'll see how long it takes. And to kind of change things up, we're going to go ahead and dress up as, you know, the hero of time, because why not, right? I mean, overall, I feel like it really fits this scenario, especially with where we're going to be obtaining the first Korok Seed for this video, and that is atop of the Temple of Time. Yeah, there's a Korok Seed on the very top of it, and overall, I just think it's really cool to collect one on the Temple of Time, and overall, I really like the Temple of Time for what it is. It's actually one of the very few areas that has its own unique music that really stands out. It's actually the Temple of Time's theme from Ocarina of Time, but slowed down massively in this piano rendition. So beautiful. It's similar to, like, you know, Dragon Roast, but actually Dragon Roast is a lot faster. This one, you could hardly tell it's actually the Temple of Time's theme, unless, you know, you really pay attention to it, but overall it is really nice for what it is. And yes, we have to make our way slowly to it by all of these different buildings, and actually I just realized each one has a symbol, if you pay close attention, of like wisdom, power, and courage, which are based off of, you know, Nehru and you know, Faeror and Din, which is really cool how that actually shows in each one of these buildings. So I believe, yeah, there are literally 3 of them completely destroyed, leading up to the Temple of Time, which I think is actually really cool how they did that. It wasn't like this in Ocarina of Time whatsoever. Overall, the Great Plateau is structured is unlike any other Zelda game, of course. It's this platform that's elevated from the rest of Hyrule that is so sacred. Yeah, it's all destroyed, sadly. If this was like the only area in the game that wasn't destroyed, that would be amazing. But hopefully we get a sequel to this game. That's actually a prequel. By that, I mean, like, the next Zelda game is a prequel instead of a sequel, and we can explore this exact same Hyrule, but this time without everything being post-apocalyptic, you know, in ruin. Instead, we'll have it all, you know, fixed and complete. I think that'd be really fun to have a game based in this exact same world, but not in ruin. I mean, I feel like Nintendo can really make a game out of that, and yeah, just overall experience Link's past before everything of the Sheikah became ancient, because we really don't know why all of their technology fell into this, you know, ancient, forgotten thing. And I don't know why I'm standing in front of the goddess statue here, kind of going a little off topic, but yes, I want to actually pick up a Korok Seed at the very top of the Temple of Time, and that's why I decided to make my way to the Temple of Time, not only to explore, but I know, for those wondering, by the way, I did say that we will be exploring the most in terms of, like, when we go collect Korok Seeds. Like, that's the only time I'll, like, try to explore as much of the open world as I can. Though I highly recommend those watching to purchase the game yourself. If you can, if you can't, though, hopefully this makes up. But my point is, yes, like, this game should be experienced, you know, on your own, by yourself as well. As much as I want you guys to join me on this adventure, I feel like it's not nearly as awesome as it is when you play it by yourself. So yeah, I highly recommend anyone watching to not just watch me, but to also get the game, you know, if you ever get the chance to. But yes, as you can see, a little Korok Seed thing is glowing. But the reason why I'm getting at this is because I purposely didn't want to explore any of Hyrule for this moment. And whoa, look at Faeror. Man, we are so high up, because not only are we atop of the Temple of Time, but we're also atop of the Great Plateau, which makes us even higher than the rest of Hyrule. So yeah, this is such a cool view. Obviously, we are not really that high up compared to the mountains, but compared to everything else, it's pretty cool, like the lake and seeing Faeror and all of that. But anyways, let's go ahead and pick up our first Korok Seed for this video. Took us quite a bit to get to, but like I said, you know, these are going to be much more slow-paced videos, and I don't really think it matters too much because, I have a feeling if you guys are watching this, probably aren't watching for the Korok Seed locations, or at least not the exact location, because you can already tell from my map, and, yeah, overall, once you reach a location, you're going to find it. It's going to be really easy. So, to the next location, and that is all the way over here to this, you know, building that the old man once built. I do believe we found him sleeping in it one night when we were first on the Great Plateau, way back when we started our adventure. And well, atop of the house itself is a Korok Seed. It's actually crazy how, like, my mindset on this game is so much different than when I first started this Let's Play. Like, keep in mind when we first started the LP, I was really new to this game still. I mean, the game was really new. I've barely had it myself, even though I was fortunate to get it like 2 days early. Yeah, I still didn't know too much about this game, and now we know everything, so it's just, it feels so weird to like re-explore areas like this, but coming from a different angle, especially with how strong we are, and the fact that we have Rivali's Gale. I mean, this is going to be a piece of cake. I do believe we actually tried scaling this way back when we, you know, first started the game, and it was, you know, a little difficult. It took us quite a bit. You know, we had to use these little baby steps here to pretty much give us time to rest, which I'm actually going to go ahead and do again, but at least I was able to skip the majority of it with Rivali's Gale. And like I mentioned, yes, we're going to be getting every Korok Seed without teleporting, so even though I could have teleported to this shrine really quickly, that would, you know, not really help the whole sense of exploration that I'm trying to do with these Korok Seeds. I know it might be a weird take on videos, but you know, for those who don't know, I love this game this much to where I can play it endlessly. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'll have fun commentating, you know, just playing the game, talking to you guys. Like, yeah, to me, it's endless. Like, the fun for this game will never end unless, who knows, actually. Maybe when we do finish everything, it'll be hard to keep playing, because there'll be nothing else for us to do besides literally exploring to find nothing. But luckily, we do have DLC coming, so do expect more episodes that actually will require something other than Korok Seeds or monster bosses, so we will get to those soon, don't worry. And actually, I do believe this is like the very top of Mount Hylia. I'm not entirely sure if this is, but we rarely explored this area when we, you know, first arrived or first started on the Great Plateau. I made sure just to make my way to each one of the shrines. Actually, that's what I did throughout the whole game. So pretty much all of these areas here, we never really walked upon. Like, we haven't actually truly explored at this place. But, I mean, there's really not much to it, as you can see. I do believe on the very top, we would have maybe been rewarded on Mount Hylia if we made our way to the very top with the old man. Actually, Mount Hylia is up there. But that's aside the point. I don't believe there's a Korok Seed up there. You would think there would be, but no. It was a different reward at a different time that we did not care for. But now I'm here for the Korok Seeds. And well, okay, let's not fall all the way down here. Yes, I have marked them on my map, and they may seem like they're difficult to find, but don't worry, they'll be really easy to find as, yeah, I've pretty much collected every Korok Seed already, compared to, like, when I first started the game. I didn't really know how to get any of the Korok Seeds, or at least all of the methods of getting them all. Now I do, so yeah, I'm not really gonna, you know, hesitate when I find a stamp, and I'm not sure where it will lead to. I'm pretty sure I'll figure out where to find it, and sorry, Korok, but I had to do that. Now I'm trying to think, is it underneath, or is it above us? We're gonna head atop of us, but if not, it might be all the way underneath us on the map. Like, it's either or. I mean, I've gotten all of these Korok Seeds in my personal file, and I just remarked them on my map for this playthrough, so, you know, I can easily find them again instead of having to relocate them like I did in my personal file, which I'll say now took me quite a bit. Hopefully, I don't really know if the DLC will come out while we're still doing Korok Seeds. I'm gonna try to not finish the remaining Korok Seeds until we get the Korok Mask out for DLC, so that way I can use it, because it sucks that it's coming out so late in terms of, like, yeah, just being able to get. But alright, so as you can see, yeah, it doesn't look like we're finding anything up here. Oh, no, we did. Okay, never mind. The Korok was up here. I was going to jump down and see if I can find it, but no, there's a rock right here. So if I easily pick this up, yep, another Korok Seed. It's weird how the locations are placed. Like, I mean, actually, I forgot, my bad. Let me go ahead and do this. Boom. Gotta crush his head with the freaking rock. Feel bad doing that, but let's be honest. Millions of you guys have done that. And by millions, I mean most likely. Like, everyone who has gotten this game has to have done this once, right? At least I'm assuming so. Like, yeah, there's a reason why Nintendo even added that, like, ouch when you drop the rock, because everyone's just gonna instantly drop it. They're not gonna bother throwing it or doing anything else with it, and I find that hilarious. So many Koroks get hurt after you find them, but you know what? I don't even care. I just want the, you know, the Korok Seed itself. That's all we truly care for. So let's go ahead and make our way to the next destination, and that's all the way over here. All we need to do is find the rock that's right by here, and it's not going to be that difficult. It's probably going to be a little further away from it to confuse us, or luckily we can easily do this. Use stasis, and aha, it was in front of us. Just kind of blended in with the texture, so I couldn't truly tell, but yeah, stasis really helps in that regard, and I was hoping I'd be able to land that, but it rolled. Like, it landed on it, sure, but it kind of rolled a bit, so it wasn't as cool. It doesn't really matter. Either way, we got ourselves another Korok Seed, and now let's continue on. And it's nice that I don't have to switch my clothing, because I do have a flame sword, but yeah, I do want to kind of just sport the Ocarina of Time attire throughout this. And I feel like in every area I'll be exploring for Korok Seeds, we'll try off different types of attire, because throughout this LP, haven't really swapped between them, and now that we're just doing Korok Seeds, which I'll tell you this, it doesn't really involve killing enemies at all. Like, if you're searching for Korok Seeds, it's a pretty peaceful thing to do, if you ask me. Like, at least for me, like, yeah, I enjoy it, because all we're doing is just looking for Korok Seeds. But okay, so this is the Korok Seed we're looking for now. Sadly, it is raining, but all we need to do is grab this little secret and then move it over here, right? Boom. And just like that, we've got it pretty easy. Again, it's kind of hidden around the sides of the plateau. I think that's pretty cool. But all right, let's see, how much do we have left? Oh, we're almost done in terms of plateau Korok Seeds. I hope I mean, I'm pretty sure I've gotten everyone on the plateau. Pretty much done collecting all of them within the game in terms of like my personal file, but I'll be honest, man, are they hard. And actually, I do believe we're going to be getting one of the more difficult ones I've had experience with in this video. Like, I'll be honest, this was one of the most difficult ones. Not yet, though. It's probably going to be the last Korok Seed we'll obtain in this video. So, stay tuned till the very end. And I'm not doing that on purpose. It's just literally, it's at the very end of what we're going to be doing. But, all right, let's go ahead and reclimb this. You know, I'm not really being as, like, as tactical as I can be, I guess you could say, in terms of climbing and all of that. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. I don't really care at this point. Like, you know, let's just have fun with it and make our way all around. And yeah, look at this. I don't need this crap. But this is the third chest that came with the DLC pre-order bonus. And, it's crap. The only good thing was the Nintendo Switch shirt, just because it was unique. I don't think any other reason for it, but let's pick it up, and it's some bomb arrows. That's cool. There's a reason why I purposely left it. It's because, yeah, we don't need it. So goodbye, chest. It's a cool looking chest though, because it has EX, you know, extra, I believe, or whatever. So, you know, Nintendo decided to put 3 of those around the Great Plateau. So before you leave on your grand adventure, you'd pick them up, but I left the one with bomb arrows. Which is weird, because, you know, bomb arrows are pretty good, but, I mean, whatever. I don't really care. Let's just go ahead and now do this. And actually, you don't even need to do that. If you don't have the arrows for it, you can easily pull out your sword, stand next to it, and it will slowly melt. But that takes a lot longer, so if you have the fire arrows, you might as well just go at it. There we go. And, well, another Korok Seed is hidden inside. Look, it's like burning right now. Sorry, Korok. I hope you're okay. Nah, we'll go away in a second. Yeah, there we go. But all right, it looked like at least it was burning. But hey, look, we almost have 30. Not bad. So, but yeah, by the end of this video, we'll have a lot of upgrades. But okay, so to the next one. And I actually don't want to have my. Whoa, that was really weird. Like seeing the slow-mo of Link take out his glider. But let me do that again. Okay. I don't know how I was able to do that. It looked really weird though. Seeing Link actually pull out the glider from wherever he pulled it out. You'd think this game would make a joke with like you getting upgrades to your inventory, how you get it. Like I imagine like freaking, okay, let's see. This Korok Seed might seem a little weird just because I could cut myself off, but I do believe, no, okay, that's it, right? Yeah, okay, it was actually really that easy. You just use the log to push up against the side of this, you know, little bridge, and there you go. You can easily examine the Korok Seed, or the Korok itself, like the little leaves of the Korok Seed, just like that. But there we go. Let's go ahead and delete it. Oops, okay. And the last one is, seems to be around this waterfall, so we're going to want to do this. It might be at the very bottom. I'm honestly not too sure. I don't think it is, though. It might be actually a magnesis one, so let's go ahead and slowly make our way down. Pay attention to what's surrounding us, and then I guess from there we'll be able to backtrack. But yeah, I'll go ahead and kind of head down a little further. Oh, okay, it's this. It's one of these, actually. This is really easy. So I believe we've done one of these before as well. I do believe we're going to see every type of Korok Seed pickup you can get within this video. Like every type of Korok Seed puzzle you have to do. And this is one of them, with throwing the rock in the center. And just like that, yeah, you found me. Usually you'll find these, or like the ones with the lily pads in a circle that you have to dive in for a Korok Seed. So those are the two pretty well-known ones. But alright, so now that we've done that, I actually want to quickly make my way back up. And like I said, we ain't teleporting, and I could use Rivali's Gale, which would be really useful, or I could just do this. And I do think this will be a little more useful if I can actually arrive before my stamina goes out. Maybe I should have used my Sheikah runes, but it's fine. There we go. We're good. So Link is now swimming, yeah, to the very top. I love how this is a thing. Though he is freezing, it is very cold. I'm not supposed to be in this water at all, but do I care? No. Let's just go ahead and make our way back up. So, oh, geez, okay. Luckily we had the stamina to do that, but okay, so let me go ahead and do this. You guys are all dead, and now I can just continue on with whatever else I'm doing. That's all I need to do for these camps, at least the ones without the silver enemies, because the silver enemies, obviously, in Urbosa's Fury will do nothing to it, so, yeah. As much as I want to use the, you know, Baby Master Sword, let's just go ahead and use the normal sword. I'll try to start using other amiibo-like items, you know, unique stuff that we're probably never going to find again, unless we grind out the amiibo, but, yeah, that's why I'm so, like, picky with what I use, but I guess it doesn't really matter, right? We're going to go through them eventually. There's no point just to hold on and look at it, especially if I have multiple ones of them. Felt bad breaking my Bagoron sword. Actually, is it completely broken? I do believe I have one more. Yeah, okay. So I did break my second one. So let's break this one too. Kind of, you know, open up more inventory, even though we're probably going to expand our inventory at the end of this video as well, in terms of Korok Seeds, of course, by speaking to Hetsu. But yeah, I'm surprised Hetsu didn't make like a joke of how Link's pockets are, you know, so huge and how they just constantly grow. I don't understand how it works, like how Hetsu just does a little dance and there you go, you can hold more. Yet for some reason without the dance you can't hold more, though in every other Zelda game you can hold as much as you want. Yeah, it makes no sense. Link's magic pockets are weird, but I mean, maybe Hetsu is behind the magic in the game, just doesn't want to tell us. Either way, okay, another Korok Seed down. Let's go ahead and slowly make our way over here to the Forest of Spirits. Ooh, I like this. Man, yeah, overall, just the Great Plateau is so awesome. It's definitely the most nostalgic, and yes, I get nostalgic over this. Not because of you know, us playing the game earlier, you know, a couple months ago when it first came out. No, me playing it at E3, it's been over a year now, or about a year now since I've played this at E3. Almost a year, because E3 is coming up again. But I already feel nostalgic for that time when I first played the Great Plateau. You know, literally in the Nintendo, like, giant booth, they had, like, this crazy Breath of the Wild presentation type thing going on, where first, aside from like the whole treehouse that was going on, where you had to you know, kind of walk around, watch the treehouse, like you would actually be able to enter like this area where you watched a trailer of Breath of the Wild. Only a certain amount of people did. Like it was really hard to get in this, like, to play the Breath of the Wild demo, because it was like the biggest thing at E3, I do believe, in 2016. But my point is that yeah, it was so insane, like getting in, watching the trailer, and actually entering Nintendo's booth that was based around a, you know, Bakublin camp of sorts. It had like these life-size versions of the, you know, like search points, and as well as the Mii and the Bakublins. It was actually really freaking awesome. And yeah, it was the first time actually playing this game, and I was completely blown away. Because keep in mind, like all of my expectations were, I didn't really know exactly what they were going to fulfill pretty much. And I felt like everything was fulfilled when I actually got my hands on it. Felt the gameplay, felt everything to it. It felt so good. Until now it does, and that's why I want Nintendo to continue. And I mean, Nintendo did confirm that, yes, they will continue going this route in terms of open world games. Like Zelda will forever... Wait, whoa, okay, my Guardian's sword broke. Let's just go ahead and use my normal sword. Does like little to no damage, but actually got a sledgehammer. Bam, bam, and bam. It does crazy damage against him, of course, because... you know, it's iron talus, stone talus, but actually the ones later within the game, the sledgehammer doesn't really do that special effect where it does like extra damage. You're gonna need actual weapons that do good damage. But anyways, back to what I was saying, because I feel like I don't, yeah, I'm trying to, you know, come to a conclusion of what I'm getting at. My whole point is, yeah, this exact area that I'm exploring now, got to explore a year ago, and it felt surreal, I'll tell you that. Overall, like before this game came out, it did not feel like Nintendo was, you know, actually gonna make a game like this. I don't know why, like, I guess just because they've never done it, and now that this is finally out, I hope Zelda does continue like this, though it does make me kind of worry about, like, will we ever get, like, a Zelda game that will outdo what what Skyward Sword was? Because Skyward Sword was great. It had a couple flaws to it that I feel like if Nintendo worked around, could make also a great Zelda game. But this game is so much different than it in terms of gameplay, puzzles, everything. Like there aren't the same temples or shrines. So I'm actually really curious on how Nintendo is going to do the next Zelda game. If there'll be shrines, I doubt there will be. So we'll have to go back to temples. So maybe we'll get a similar Zelda-esque feel in this upcoming Zelda game. We don't know when. I feel like I'm speaking way too soon just because, yeah, let's wait for the DLC. Let's wait for this game to officially be done and out with, and no more updates. And then, you know, I'll start thinking about the next Zelda game. But I can't help but think about it now, mainly because, yeah, we covered everything we can cover in this game already. But, yeah, I'll just enjoy it while we have it, I guess. I don't really know. Like, I don't really know where I'm going with this. But, another Korok Seed, yes. We're pretty much breezing through these Korok Seeds. This is our last one for... Oh, no, okay, we have 2 over here. And then we're done with all of the ones within the Great Plateau. You know, the ones at the Eastern Abbey actually are not too hard to find. I mean, they're right by each other. So, yeah, we're almost done in terms of getting Korok Seeds here. And then we can move on to the next area. But, okay, let's see. It should be, I believe, underneath this. Yeah, it's underneath this rock. Looked a little confusing because, I mean, I made it at least where the stamp was, but could not tell. If we had the Korok Seed, or the Korok Mask, though, it would tell us exactly where we need to go and if or not my stamp was accurate. But, obviously my stamps are going to be accurate because they're based off of the Koroks I collected in my previous playthrough. So, yeah, I'm more than certain. And usually, you know, they're easy to find again because I've already done it before, even though it was in the distant past and I don't exactly remember, you know, kind of just slowly re-jogs my memory as I, you know, find each Korok Seed. But yeah, here, man, this would have looked so awesome if there was no water here and you could actually leave the Great Plateau from down here. But then that would make the Great Plateau's whole objective of getting the paraglider obsolete, of course. So you know, I understand the whole logic behind it, but I don't know, you guys get what I mean. Like, I just want a Zelda game where this is fixed. And hey, look, Farosh again, you know, chilling at night, doing its own thing, flying and all of that. We don't really need any of its skills. Like, we've collected so much in stream and on screen in terms of dragon collecting. Like, yeah, when I first figured out how to farm the dragons were even farmable. This is obviously way back when the game was first new. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to farm them, and it wasn't until I figured out, like, the perfect location to find where they spawn every time wasn't when I like, yeah, I just overdid it. I like overfarmed them. Maybe like if they didn't have locations where they spawn in at every given time, they would be a lot more difficult and a lot more like just exciting to see. But since I do know when a and they're still exciting to see, don't get me wrong. When I see a dragon, I get hyped, but I don't feel forced to run after it anymore. At least when I first started the game, that was a must. But now you don't have to do that. And actually, speaking of, you know, when you first start, here is also a must. You have to run away from these guardians. At least that's what I did because I was like really afraid of them. But now we can parry them. Again, this is another example of like how just when the game first came out, I wasn't fully thinking of like, you know, how easy this game will get in due time. I thought this move was actually going to be difficult. Like, oh, the parry attack, that must be actually tough. But it's not. You know, once you get it down. So I didn't really bother doing it early game because I thought if I missed, I would die. And obviously my goal was to not get game over in this playthrough, which we've managed to do. I'm pretty happy, though I have activated Mipha's Grace several times. But, who cares, right? That doesn't really matter. That's not that big of a deal. I mean, in reality, it technically is a death, but I didn't see the game over screen, so I'll take it. Anywho, let's see. Again, ouch. Sorry, buddy. You know what? Actually, let me help you out. Boom. That's messed up, but I don't really care. Okay, so the next one. Oh, shoot. It might be up here or it might be down here. It's down here. Okay. Another one of these doors. You may say, oh, really? One after the other, but I do believe that's literally how it is. So let's just go ahead and do that. Pick it up, and voila. Yeah. That's it. It's actually that easy to find. These two Koroks. All the ones surrounding the Great Plateau are really easy to get. But, alright, I do want to see if I can get lucky. Come on. Okay, yay. Okay, a lot of little key swings. This is actually a really easy way to farm key swings. So key swings aren't really that, you know, useful. I don't know. You're going to need more key eyeballs for, like, certain things to upgrade. At least if you're upgrading, everything is going to be of use. But, alright. Anyways, now on to this pathway here. We're going to go ahead and slowly make our way through here. Or we can make our way up here first. I don't really think it matters too much. I'm just going to try to grab the Korok Seed that's up ahead in front of me. And then we'll move on from there. But yeah, we're just going to try to get all of the Korok Seeds marked. Doesn't really matter in which order since we've already managed to complete the Great Plateau. Korok Seeds, pretty much all of them too, because I only got like 3 of them throughout the playthrough without really planning for them. And yeah, when you do think about it, that's pretty good timing actually, because I don't believe it's taken us that long to look for all of these Korok Seeds, so that's pretty good. But alright, so there's one all the way over here, and it's probably in this cave, just because as I'm heading to it, it looks like it's in this cave. So let's go ahead and figure out. Aha, and it is. As you can see, we can already see the Korok Seed flowers. It has nothing to do with Korok Seeds, but the Korok flowers. There we go. I guess I just attach seed to anything, because that's what the Koroks are meant for, to give us seeds that become useless after collecting half of them, sadly. You'd think that, you know, we'd get an amazing reward for how taxing this is. Like, think of how much time this is going to take me to do. Every single one, like, we've only done like 15 so far in this video or so. I'm not really keeping track. Maybe we've done more, maybe we've done less. My whole point is we haven't done too many, and there are 900, so yeah, you would think we'd get a crazy prize out after this. But hopefully this game is, you know, still has like updates in terms of DLC that will fix the whole Korok Seed thing. Like I said, I really hope the remaining 400 Korok Seeds we'll have left after collecting everything within the game will be used for something. I don't know what, but I hopefully it's used maybe on Makar Island, because for those who don't know, Makar Island is completely useless. So yeah, it's just an island that doesn't have a Korok Seed, doesn't have anything. It's fun to you know, reach Makar Island and put on your what is it, luminous outfit when it's upgraded at the Great Ferry, because at nighttime you get a lot of freaking stealth enemies that surround you, and it's pretty hilarious. But that's the most I've found. Like, I've tried to find the secrets in Makar Island, but there's nothing there, and obviously I'm sure it would have been out on the internet if there was. So yeah, hopefully Nintendo adds to the island in the future. You know, I would be happy with that. I don't know why, just for some reason, just like knowing that like half of these are completely useless. It's not something I'd expect like to be the reward for a Zelda game, especially. Nothing, you know? But it is. It's just, you know, a really, I guess, fancy piece of crap. By piece of crap, I actually mean a piece of crap. So yeah. Whoa, look at how cool that was. I'll take it. That was pretty nice. So there you go. Another Korok. Man, these are really close to one another. Like, especially if you have a mark like this. Wow, they're so easy to, like, just pick up. Obviously, they were not this easy when I was looking for them on my own because I didn't have them marked. But, yeah, this is going really well. So, let's see if, you know, knowing me, that's not going to work. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that was really dumb on my part. Crap. Whatever, we have plenty of rocks. So, just in case something does happen, I'll be able to, you know, pick up one of these guys. There's so many of them, so it doesn't really matter, but I mean, I don't really want to take too much time. So here we go. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have this, or maybe I should have it a little closer, right? So if that way if it doesn't bounce, it hopefully falls right in. Let's see. All right. And that was really bad as well. Well, I went straight into the water. Crap, this might be where I mess up. But at the same time, actually, maybe not. I'll try to fall down if the Twitch comes. No, 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 no. No! Oh, geez, that was disgusting. That was not good at all. All right. Let's do this. Wait, let's do this. So, no, I can't. Crap. I was hoping I'd be able to make like a second platform. Well, I can if I readjust the current one. But honestly, guys, yeah, I don't want to take too much time. I'm hoping I'll just get lucky and we'll get it right in. So, come on, just get lucky. Yes! No, what? Did that work? That didn't work. It was so close, though. So, let me move it up a little bit more like this. Wait, come on, there we go. And then let me move one right here. Now that we have like a whole pathway, there's no way we should fail this. So, here we go. From the top. Slide in. No, never mind. It did fail. But actually, wait. I got an idea. Maybe if I'm not as close to the ledge, if I start from like here, it will probably bounce. Oh, close enough. Which wasn't angled well enough. This is really taking me some time. I was just saying how easy these are. But here I am, messing up. Oh, come on, turn slightly. Yes! Yes! Jeez, that one was definitely the toughest one yet. Just because of its weird angle. But there we go, 40. Alright, so yeah, we are going through these really quickly. Let's go ahead and mark this one off. And actually, wait a second. I do believe there's one on the bridge. I probably didn't mark it. But I have a feeling there is one. Pretty much every bridge you'll find 1 or 2 or 5 or 20. By 20, okay, not really 20. You'll find a lot on Lake Hylia. Like, I mean, no surprise. Look at how big this bridge is. Like, even on the map, it stands out so well. So clearly, there are a lot of Korok Seeds on this bridge. We'll get to them, obviously, eventually. But anyways, oh no, I just realized what this bridge is about. So what's really cool about this guy here, we've spoken to him. He told us about the Guardians, all of that. We'll check this out. I'm going to jump. I'm going to do it. Oh, he doesn't really care, actually. Look at him. He's walking around. Aw. Well, usually, he'll notice and tell you not to do it. Let's see if he'll do it now. Nah, he doesn't care at all right now. Oh, there we go. So, hey, don't be rash. There we go. I'm young, but you're even younger. I'm trying my best out here, but I get the feeling that you're going to end up... Yeah. Yeah, okay. So this guy obviously is telling us now, calm down and climb off that rail. And don't climb that way. Climb down this way. Thanks, man. I guess I appreciate the advice. I don't know why I find that funny, like how, yeah, the game will, you know, think that you might do something a little too crazy. But hey, look, I actually found the Korok Seed. I knew I didn't mark on my map. I knew there's a Korok Seed here. And this is a good thing and why I made sure to actually, yeah, save doing these until after I collected them. Because I knew I would skip out on a lot if I decided to do them early on within the playthrough. And since I don't want to use a guide, I want to do my own thing. It took me a little time to finally catch up. But, alright, so there's one over here. I will get it in a second. I just want to make sure I get the one over there as well. Right? Yeah, let's just get it. We're really close to it. It doesn't really matter. It's probably the one on the flag, right? It might be, because as you can see, we're right by here, and there's nothing special, of course. So it's most likely, yeah, on the very top of this flag. So let's go ahead and make our way up. I could either use Rivali's Gale or just hope my stamina will, you know, make it to the very top. And it should, right? Yeah, it will. Okay. I was going to say we were almost out, but no, we're fine. Obviously, once you start to get really low, I highly suggest not spamming the jumps. Because, I mean, you could easily save way more stamina and do way more distance. If you don't jump, it's just you cover it much quicker. So I can understand why it's like the go-to thing, but, you know, there we go. We got another one. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. All right, to the next Korok City. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and instead of actually crossing the bridge, we're going to go ahead and glide to the other side. And we can easily see what this Korok Seed is. Obviously, it's more than obvious. It's just picking up a piece of metal, which is probably in the water, right? Or is it not? Oh, it's right here. Huh, it's really this easy? That's crazy. Okay. So there we go. Just like this. Wait, oops. Alright, slimes, leave me alone. Or choo-choo jellies. They remind me of, obviously, the Dragon Quest slimes. I can't help but think of them. They look exactly like them in this game. Except less happy, I guess. Maybe not really. The eyes aren't exactly. It's just, I don't know. Seeing them from afar, the blue and then the really bright eyes. Can't help but think of, like, Dragon Quest slimes. But, alright, so I guess down here to the next one. We're gonna just keep going, like I said. No teleporting, no nothing. Showing all of the exploring, all of the adventuring to get everything within this game. I mean, obviously, I might not continue this throughout the whole thing, especially if it gets too long, but you guys let me know. Because, like I've said before, I can do whatever. I enjoy it regardless. But I believe this is where we actually found one of the missing memories for Link. I'm pretty sure this is, right? I don't know. Probably not. I think it was actually much closer. I think it was right here. I don't know. One of the two. Either over there or over here. But my point is that, yes, there are two little goddess statues, and there should be a Korok Seed here, and there isn't. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Yes, behind it. As weird as that is, there's a Korok Seed. I mean, it's interesting, though, because, yeah, you'd find that these goddess statues, assuming you have to place something as an offering to get the Koroks to appear, but no, it's behind it. So if you make your way behind, you'll find it. But alright, let's go ahead and now make our way over here and see what this is about. I have a feeling this is actually getting the magnesis ball, or the metal ball with the magnesis into here. Yep. There are a lot of these as well, though. If you find a, you know, what was once a well, I mean, as you can see, it's not really a well anymore, but if you find these, you'll find a lot of them with a chain connected to them. But if not, then it's not a Korok Seed. Trust me, I've tried. I've done some really dumb things, because there are a lot of these throughout the game, like these empty wells, and some of them obviously lead to Korok Seeds, like that one where it's more than obvious, but I do remember, like, literally using stasis on a giant rock until I was able to get it to fall in or something. It was really dumb on my part, just thinking that it would work. But all right, look at, wow, okay, talk about a really difficult one. It just literally at this point, it's just, hey, you made it to this ruins that holds nothing but possibly a Korok Seed. Well, here you go. Here's the Korok Seed that you came all the way here for. I feel like at this point, that's what the game is rewarding us for. It's just because you see this, you know, wetlands, and you may think not much of it, but this was actually ruins of sorts. And yeah, for those who don't want to explore anything like this, you'll miss out on some pretty cool stuff. Like, I mean, obviously the Korok Seeds. This is not a Korok Seed, or it would have been marked on my map, but let's see what this is. I mean, it's a chest still, so why not? Might as well see what's inside of it and pick it up. And purple rupee, not bad. We are sitting on a really good amount of rupees, though, so it doesn't really but alright. Because I haven't been using Rivali's Gale too much, which is the best of the best, so let's get to using it and try to skill us. Okay. Had a feeling that Link was gonna, you know, continue running up like that, but I don't think he's meant to do that. But okay, so I don't know if I've showed off this before, but I do want to use a normal bow for this, and also I want to use a normal arrows. As you can see, these two trees are perfectly, you know, they look exactly the same with the one apple on it. This tree has way more apples on it, so obviously what we need to do, and if you couldn't tell, let me actually remove the stamp. And this is how you find a lot of these on the map. Just look for 3 trees that stand in a line like that. I do believe we can find way more throughout the game. Let me see if I can find another one. Aha! So, without me even checking, that's the Korok Seed 100% because those 3 trees are aligned perfectly for a Korok Seed location. So, yeah. But I'm not going to be heading to that one, of course, because we're mainly doing these ones. So, let's just ignore it. But wait. Okay. So, it's on the one that branches into... Wait, what the heck? I just realized something. Okay. I'm just making sure. I don't want to accidentally hit the wrong one, because if you do, I do believe you have to wait until a blood moon. So, uh-oh. We hit the wrong one, didn't we? No, we didn't. It looks... Oh, we did. Crap. We did hit the wrong one. No. I knew from the first thing I did, I messed up. Alright. Well, this was a Korok Seed. And it will always... It doesn't really matter, though. Because you know what? This is so obvious that it's a Korok Seed that if I forget it, I'll remember later on. So, sadly, I failed that one. But that's what happens if you fail the Korok Seed itself. Like if you hit the wrong apple. I could try to teleport and see if it will respawn. But it probably won't. Because I feel like I've done that before. And even if it did respawn, the goal was not to teleport at all to each Korok Seed location. So, we're just going to have to put that one aside. It doesn't really matter. We're going to come back and do Pharaon later on. So, I'll be sure to do that on the list. But, I mean, for those watching. And oh, okay, I got the Korok here. Wait, then there should also be one, apparently right here. Some way, somehow. Let's make our way to the very top. And, oh, okay, it must be inside this cave or something. Obviously, there's a Korok here. I wouldn't have marked it on my map, so let's look around. Aha! Okay, obviously. Knew it was somewhere, so it's gonna... Oh, okay, that was like the worst freaking bomb explosion of all time. There you go. Alright, so let's see what's inside. I mean, oh, is it literally just this rock? Wow, it literally is. Okay. That wasn't difficult at all, but yes, there are some that are not just in or underneath the rocks, they're also inside freaking little caves and giant boulders and other stuff like this. Kind of like this one here. But alright, so there we go. Another one down. Wait a second. So did I not pick up this one? Looks like I didn't. I might have forgot that one. Alright, well, we'll put it there for a second. I might come back to it later. Let me just make sure I mark off this one. And then let's move on to... I guess the ones that are past this waterfall. We are almost done in terms of Korok Seeds for this video, though. At least for the ones I've set out to collect in this video, but... Alright, let's go ahead. Actually, wait, I do kind of want to heal, because I just realized I am low on HP, and I don't think I'll get hit fighting these guys, so... Let's go ahead and eat some of our food, and now... Use Impulsive Fury, and then I guess it's time to face this guy one-on-one. With the sword, specifically. Actually, let me see. Do I have a better weapon? Yeah, we have a lot of good weapons, actually. You know, let's use this Claymore. I'm actually really curious on how fast we'll kill him in stasis. So, oh, okay, well, he broke out way too soon, so never mind. I totally forgot how, like, yeah, you know, quick these enemies are and tough they are compared to the other ones. Like, silver enemies, yeah, I feel like they're up there with, I mean... And then keep in mind, compared to the rest of the enemies. Like, I'm not saying they're actually difficult, but they're definitely up there compared to the rest of the game's difficulty. They actually do good damage, especially, like, the speared silver Bakublins. Yeah, they are pretty scary because, yeah, I can just never tell when they're going to use the spear itself. You can't really tell their attack pattern, the way they chuck the spear, all of that. So... And plus they have really good range, so it's really easy to get hit by them. But aside from that, the rest you'll never get touched by any of the Bakublins, because with every attack Link does, he always like sends them flying back too. Not every, but with the majority of his attacks. So Link just has so much, you know, utility along with the stasis and all of your abilities, the Flurry Rush. Like, this game actually has a lot. Like, it's really good mechanically in terms of like combat, but the enemies don't provide the same level of combat Link has. So just Link can outdo any enemy because he has so many different, you know, utilities to use, from the Flurry Rush to the parry to the, you know, the stasis to just like kiting the enemy and do like there's a lot of different things to do, and the enemies have like, I mean, I'm not complaining actually, because the enemies have really good attack patterns compared to how they were in like Ocarina of Time or even Twilight Princess. Enemies were really easy. Dark Nuts were jokes. I'm really excited to see how Dark Nuts will make their way in a game like this. So we'll see hopefully in the next Zelda game or maybe in the DLC. I doubt they'll add new enemies in the DLC, but it'd be cool to see some armored knights and have to face against them. But okay. Like, because the only swordsman we have, or like the only true, I feel like, humanoid one-on-one battle we actually get is against the Yiga clan members, because, I mean, they must be human unless they are monkeys, if my theory is correctly, where, you know, they're obsessed with bananas and they, that's my only theory actually, just because they're obsessed with bananas, they must be monkeys. Pretty good theory, right? As you can tell, I'm definitely onto something here. But no, and they act really weird, never show their faces. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Then again, Dorian was a part of them, so who knows. But alright, wait, what is this one? Oh wow, this is actually, okay. So wait, let me go ahead and do this. We're gonna come back to this, Korok Seed later. This one has a story behind it. This is the one I was telling you guys about, like, just giving me so much trouble, and I can't wait to show you guys how to get this Korok Seed. And hey, look, another stone talus. I don't believe I fought this one yet. This is a mossy, or let's see, a little slightly mossy, as you can see. But yeah, just quickly kill him and go on with things. But yeah, we're gonna eventually be killing all of these different enemies for something very important later on. But I'll get into that another time. Anyways, oh, okay, so this is what I need to do. Get something into that, you know, giant circle, and aha, there is my bowling ball. This, obviously, this giant rock. So yes, go ahead and use our stasis, and let's be honest, just 1, 2, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure it's actually facing the right way, and boom. No, that was way too much. Actually, no, it doesn't really matter though, because we'll probably still get it up there. Hopefully. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, boom. Yes! No! Yeah, okay, wait, you got this, Link. Come on. Oh, he does not do anything with like that. Okay. There you go, and bam. And there's actually a whole mini game that's very similar to what we just did now, like using a giant boulder to play your type of golf. Like, yeah, it's pretty difficult if you ask me, but it's pretty fun as well. I'll be sure to show it off. Obviously, we're going to be doing all of the mini games and hopefully like a compilation video. I'm just kind of waiting for, I guess maybe to collect some Korok Seeds, do some other objectives before we are pretty much literally done and doing something that gets us nothing, because the mini games won't really get us anything at all, actually. But okay, so we do need arrows here, and I do have some. Go ahead and shoot this guy. Oh, there we go. Oh wait, how come I'm not hitting its head? There we go. Wait, what? That is bullcrap how he's not dying. Okay, whatever. Let's just go ahead and get rid of it. There we go. And now let's do this right. So this is, yeah, this is really interesting for what it is, because you gotta be like, aha, you gotta be like super precise on where they might be. And I don't even know if I hit this one yet, but let me go ahead and, okay, I can't tell if I hit anyone yet. You know what, let's just hit 3 at a time and hope they shoot much faster. I literally cannot tell. Let's try again. Hey, okay, I got one. Oh, we hit them both. I hit the first one without noticing. I can't really tell because the audio is delayed, so it's going to be really difficult. But, hey, we did it. Nice. Okay. Sorry. To the next one. Yes, don't worry. I will definitely do what I need to do in terms of, like, heading back and getting that Korok Seed I've been mentioning to you guys about. But that will be in a second. Let's just go ahead and now make our way over here. We're actually going to have to get this Korok Seed, we're going to have to use a horse, and that's why I can't get it now. So I am going to walk to a stable, which isn't too far from here. Pick up a horse and we'll be good to go. But, alright, no, let me pick up this while you guys do your own thing. Sorry. Just need my, Need my Korok, you know. I'm gonna save the Korok, and now I'm ready to go. All right, thanks, guys. Bye, guys. I actually want to check something out as well, because I do believe over here. Yes, I'm completely ignoring these guys because they're annoying to kill, having to destroy their head along with them. But all right, where is it? Am I standing a little? There it is. I want to see what chest this is. You know, it's in the middle of this freaking river. Might as well figure out what happens to be here, and it's just a royal broadsword, nothing too special. But hey, we got it at least, right? It will prove to be, I guess, kind of useful. You know, I'll keep it out. But all right, so yes, now to the stable, not too far away, and I mean the walk will be worth it because then we'll have a horse for the rest of this. So all right, let's go ahead and do that, and all that's left actually is literally 1, 2, 3, pretty much like 4 or 5. Or 3, it really depends on how much I want to do left. But we're almost done with the Korok Seeds for this video. Hopefully those who actually did want to use this video as a guide for Korok Seeds, I helped you guys out in some way. But yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine this being like the best type of guide. It's just because for me this is the, like, I just got to show off the full playthrough. That's just kind of how I want to do it. And did I get the Korok Seed here? How did I not get the Korok Seed here? Yeah, I'm heading to the stable. We're going to have to get this one too then. Alright. I didn't have this one marked on my map though. And whoa, we got 2 at 1? Or is it because I got knocked off? Probably because I got knocked off. Yeah, we didn't even get 1 of them. Okay, so this, my friends, could be easy, could be hard, could be, you know, whatever you want it to be. I want to say it was, you know, in between. Not too difficult, not too you know, easy either. But alright, let's go ahead and now pick up Epona real quickly before we kind of, you know, pick up the remaining Koroks we have left. So welcome, blah blah blah, take Horus, yes. Give me Epona. We could still get 1 more horse to register. I'm trying to think of like the next horse I'd want to get, but there's really no other special steed, sadly. You can't tame, you know, like Lord of the Mountain. That would have been the perfect final mount to get within the game, but obviously that is not achievable. And actually, wait, I was gonna say, like, there's no way since the beginning of this video that 5 minutes haven't, or 10 minutes haven't passed by, because think about it, these videos are pretty lengthy, and even though we do have to actually write real time for our Master Sword to come off cooldown, with the length of these episodes, they should come off cooldown at least once or twice within a video. Not just once. I usually give up using the Master Sword after it goes on cooldown once. But I'm probably not going to do that anymore because I don't really need to. But alright, so again, these are going to be really well hidden. Probably over there. No. Aha! Over here. So there we go, 1, and you're gonna have to be really precise here. Oh jeez, okay, and bam, nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to predict when I was gonna see it, because you really won't know when it's gonna appear. But there we go, another Korok Seed down. Before we make our way elsewhere, or to the final 2 that I saved, let's go ahead and make our way to the lake so we can pick up these ones as well. But yeah, it's actually, wow, it's really far away from here, it's saying, or not. I guess it's just stamps took a second to actually appear on the mini-map, but yeah. I do like how they actually do appear on the mini-map as well, unlike Korok Seeds, which don't unless you zoom in all the way, but I can imagine that being really annoying if they had every Korok Seed appear all the time after you collected it. Yeah, that would really suck, but alright, hey guys, what's up? Hey everybody, you know, they're having their own thing, you know, a little campfire, everyone's sleep. It wasn't really a campfire, but they're all asleep, you know, whatever, I don't really care. I'm just gonna, you know, gallop past them pretty much like I've been doing with all the enemies. And aha, found out where the next one is. All I need to do is jump, woo, and yes. It's actually pretty cool. We got ourselves this one, and now 1 more to go, guys, before I kind of end off all of this and get the final one that I was speaking of that actually literally involves using Epona for, or using a horse overall. Because yes, some of the Korok Seeds, at least very, 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 very few, that has given me so much trouble, requires Epona. And I'll be honest, it didn't hit me at first. It wasn't until I just randomly did it did I get this Korok Seed, and I was really like, I mean, as happy, I was really excited, but I was also like kind of in shock and like really like, I was kind of a little salty because, yeah, you would not expect to find it that randomly, I guess, but that's only because it was one of my, you know, remaining Korok Seeds that I spent hours to try to find. So, was really happy I found it. It was crazy that I did not think of what it is that it's gonna be, but yeah, I'm sure you guys may be wondering what that is. Well, let's just quickly pick up this. It's right over here, so boom. All right, and now it's time for that Korok Seed I was speaking to you guys all about. And wow, we got a lot of seeds in this video. All right, so man, I love this music too. It's so nice, but that's aside the point. Go ahead and run off into the night. And again, like not having a bow out. Like, I love the way Link looks with the bow out and everything in this game. It looks awesome, but to stay, you know, to the traditional Zelda look, it's always only sword and shield that we can see Link wearing, unlike all the previous Zelda games. So usually when I wear an outfit like this, I try not to keep the bow out unless I need it. Like, I'll only take it out for using it, and that's about it. And hey, look, another camp to probably kill, but, you know, I'll leave them for now. There's actually a lot of Korok Seeds in Center Hyrule, which we'll, you know, eventually do, but I'm going to put them aside for now. For now, we were just kind of focusing on a specific, you know, remote area. Well, it wasn't a remote area, but a specific area that we could, you know, yeah, just collect everything. And whoa, look at that. I believe that was silver. Yep, silver. Not going to mess with him. I'm just going to keep going to my destination. And actually, what is, I'm trying to think. I kind of want to get that one just because I feel like I'll forget all about it if I don't. So we're going to pick up that, and then we're going to end off the video with that final one that requires Epona. And the one that requires Epona actually requires me to head from this part of the bridge. So yeah, it'll require a little backtracking, but I just want to quickly get this one while I'm at it. Hey, look, the guy's chilling at the camp. I'm assuming it's really early right now, but oh, we don't even have a bow. Link like jumped up and looked at his hand like, ah, I don't see anything, but it's fine because they're all gonna die right now. Oh, the blue one actually lived. I'm surprised, but there we go. Didn't really take too long for that to change. All right. Anywho, let's go ahead and now. Oh, this is gonna be real. Oh, look at that! I can already see what it's about. It's another one of the, you know, shooting ones. You know, because every single Korok Seed, there's always a gimmick behind it, and this one obviously requires to shoot certain things flying in the air. Usually the Korok nuts. I just call them that. I don't really think they are. They look like acorns, assuming they are. I mean, who really cares? As long as it gives me a Korok Seed, that's what truly matters, right? All right. So again, let's go ahead and take this out. Again, man, Farosh has just been in and out this whole video, like of Lake Hylia, just because I believe we've been around it for so long, and days have been passing throughout this video. So yeah, we've seen Farosh a lot. It's awesome. But it is really foggy right now, just because it is raining. But we'll leave it right now. Anyways, where is Farosh? Aha. Look at that majestic dragon. Obviously, it's not fully loaded in, though. Like, you'll notice his textures are kind of missing. And I've had this weird glitch where one time, like, I saw a dragon from really far away, kind of like the way Farosh is now, and I started gliding to it. And I don't know if the game, like, wasn't able to process how quickly I made it to Farosh, but, or not Farosh, it was actually Nadra. But my point is, Nadra was like, his textures were really unpolished, similar to how it, you know, Farosh currently looks. And yeah, I could not whatsoever interact with it, hit it, or do anything with it. It didn't even play the dragon theme music when I arrived to Nadra. It just had a really low resolution Nadra fly past me without me being able to interact with it. Thought it was really weird for what it was, honestly. But did we not do this already? I feel like we killed all of these guys. I don't know why. But okay, I'm just gonna do this. I don't want to wear out my Master Sword entirely, you know, might as well use something else. And we have so many Savage Lionel bows that, yeah, it's pretty nice. There we go. All right. And now give me the chest. It's most likely something super useless, especially with how late, like, all of these camps were taken on within the game. All this was meant to be done early on to get yourself... Whoa, no, never mind. Maybe the Blood Moons upgrade the chests. That makes a lot of sense, like with how the enemies are upgraded. I don't think you'd get a royal bow that easily, that early within the game. Like, yeah, I do believe items also go up. But, alright, so, to the bridge, as I once said, and more of these guys. There's no point to stop at every camp. So, the OWLAN bridge, again, you know, same thing with Horwell. They're both, they were instructors of the Knight Academy way back in Skyward Sword when Skyloft was a thing and all of that, so really cool to see their reference in names. Obviously, it might not be named after literally those instructors, but it's the same name as those instructors, so I think it's really cool. I'm sure Nintendo obviously did. It's in reference. All of these areas are in reference to other names from previous Zelda games, but it's just a name. Like, I've literally made a video of Hyrule London now. I do believe all of the areas I've shown are the only areas based off of other locations. Every other area that has a similar name isn't. It's just a similar name. But, alright, so we're here. And this Korok Seed that I was, you know, speaking to you guys all about. How do you get it? Well, yeah, so just randomly, I did not think even a Korok Seed was here. It was just a Korok, you know, little leaves and grass and stuff on the side. Unless, jump, and one more time, jump, and voila, a Korok Seed. I don't know why, like, yeah, that's something I just never expected, and it gave me so much trouble to randomly find. When I did, though, I was really happy, though, because, I mean, it helped definitely in terms of collect Korok Seeds, and yeah, I'm pretty much done with Korok Seed collecting, but that was one of the ones that has given me so much trouble. For those watching, you know, I'm sure you guys know, like, how I was almost done collecting all of them, and now I only had a few left. This was one of them. It was just so, like, out of the blue. I did not think of this. That when I jumped over the 3, I didn't even comprehend it. I'm like, wait, how did I get the Korok Seed? Then I realized, oh, each one of these leaves are different colors, so I reloaded my save state, did it again, and figured out. And yeah, it's something I just never really thought of to be in the game. Like, this is how you get a Korok Seed. So I know of every other way with the trees, with the rocks, with the ponds, with the, you know, there's a lot of different little secrets. But this one might, you know, just not. Yeah, I'm only emphasizing this one because it gave me so much trouble. So hopefully, by watching this, it won't give you any trouble. But all right, so there we go. Let's go ahead and open up our map, and I'm honestly really happy with the amount of Korok Seeds we've done in this video. As you can see, our map is completely clear. We've collected every one. So, to Korok Forest to, I guess, upgrade our inventory, because, I mean, that's what we did this for. So, let's go. Alright, so yeah, I just want to pretty much use all of the Korok Seeds we've obtained in this video and upgrade all of them, because, I mean, we have about 50, and that's a lot. They'll definitely get us what we're trying to get here. And there's an upgrade or two. So, yeah, 25 right now, not bad. But it will be 35 next up, and I believe 45 afterwards, so yeah. But then we'll be done, right? Because that's, I believe it stops at 45 or 50, one of the two. We'll see right now. So how many do we have left? 50, yeah. So 45, probably 50, maybe 60. I don't really know. Either way, we're almost done with upgrading our, you know, inventory slot for our melee weapons, which is all I really care about. So now let's see how much it needs. It needs 35. We almost have 35, and honestly, I could care less for my shield and bow, so I'm not going to do that. So I guess that does it for this episode. We're here in Korok Forest, and well, thank you all so much for watching, guys. We've collected a lot of Korok Seeds in this video, and the next time we'll probably be doing the exact same thing. But yeah, overall it was pretty nice to get, you know, the ones on the Great Plateau and explore for them. Hopefully we'll explore for some of them when the Korok Mask is out. I really hope it comes out soon enough for us to actually include it in our Korok Seed hunting. But let me know what you guys think of, like, this terms of, like, the way I'm doing this Korok Seed collecting. Like, do you guys like the way this video kind of panned out in terms of, like, me heading to each location without teleporting and focusing on a specific area / province? So I'll probably do, like, a different area, like, you know, each area will be a specific province where I look all around and collect its Korok Seeds. So if you like this idea, let me know in the comments below. You know, I could maybe change it up to, like, a compilation or make it a little shorter, because I mean, these are going to take us forever to only collect like 40 some Korok Seeds per episode, and it will take us about an hour, but it's showing off everything and exploring everything, so to me it's worth it. It's really up to you guys if you guys like it or not. But anyways, again, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Breath of the Wild. Next time, we're either going to look for more Korok Seeds or maybe even decide to, you know, kill off some overworld enemies for the Kilton rewards that we'll be getting. There are also kind of like post-game things that aren't really that important, but we're here to collect everything. So that's our goal. And also, yes, our compendium. A lot of people have, well, not really a lot, but I've noticed a couple of you guys mentioned the compendium. Don't worry, we're going to do that. I can actually buy it all out if I have enough money, but I want to take photos of most of the stuff in the compendium before buying the rest of it. So we'll probably do that on stream while grinding for stuff. Still, there's a lot to do in this game is what I'm getting at, even though it's all very side quest-esque and won't really affect Link or really our playthrough as a whole. It's still content we want to cover within the game, so that's what I want to do. Anyways, okay, long outro aside, thanks again for watching. I've been ZeldaMaster. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!